What happens when you pair unforgiving confidence with our often overlooked anxieties? There's a very fine line between being self-aware and letting vulnerability seep through. Rappers are often touted as being the fearless forerunners of our everyday struggles, the vocal spokesman of how we operate through both emotional and social situations. Vibezik is a master of communicating these elements through his lyrics. He paints an uncomfortably relatable picture of the world around you moving too fast. Though on the surface it seems like a negative conversation, Vibezik uses a bright and positive sounding backdrop to convey his message. We recently had the opportunity to review this song on a first listen basis, so without further ado, this is Wonderland by Vibezik. Welcome to the first edition of New Reviews. My name is New Black, also known as Never Underestimate, Build Legacies and Create Constantly. This is my beautiful partner in crime, Wit. Today, we got something kind of special. Are you familiar with an artist by the name of Vibezik? We saw him perform at the poetry party.
Oh,
he was the
yeah.
I think he was the only other rapper that actually
Yeah.
performed that night. So based on his performance at the poetry party, what would you kind of give his vibe? How would you kind of recommend him or describe him? Because he had kind of a chill, kind of cool but bravado based kind of vibe, if I remember correctly.
yeah, it's not all of that mumbly stuff that people are doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually,
He talking about something.
he's actually has a message that can be heard and understood clearly. So I would say meaningful music, something that will make you think but make you feel.
I can respect that. That's actually kind of on par with what I would say too, just based on me knowing him, you know what I'm saying, a little bit better. We were actually sent, I think this is a brand new track, by the way. This might have just released, you know what I'm saying, in the last few days. We were sent a track by Vibezik by the name of Wonderland, and we actually are going to check it out now and give a live reaction and review of it. I'm kind of excited, you know what I'm saying. Vibezik is an artist that I can resonate with only because I like that he says things, as Whit said, you know what I'm saying. He has a lot of substance in what he does. So I can always appreciate that.
Substance is really important.
Always, always. Please talk about things in y'all raps, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The listeners appreciate it. I promise we do. We like dancing, but I want to feel you. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. This the only one I'm feeling in that way, but I want to, you know what I'm saying? Anyway,
What
this.
you talking about feeling? What you mean? You
th-
talking about emotions, the
yes,
spirit?
I do want to.
Oh, the
I want to be
spirit.
able to, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying, resonate with their story
Oh, all
and be
right.
able to, you know what I'm saying,
All right.
walk a mile in their shoes,
right.
metaphorically.
Metaphors.
This is Wonderland by Vibezik, y'all.
Okay.
Down bad, but it's all my fault. All the love that I had, I lost. All black, sitting back on my lonely. No friends, I don't got any.
Wait a minute. I was expecting raps, bro.
Yeah.
Where the raps? I'm not complaining, but I was expecting raps. You kind of hit me
It
left field
activates the
with
shoulder.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Activates the Tina and everyone's
North
spirit.
Carolina.
Oh no, you gone and pushed.
Yeah.
How many people can say that they know me? Feel like Miles and myself, I'm a Tony. I just don't wanna be phony, yeah. I don't know I wanna die, but I know that's coming. I feel like I got the whole world on my back, but I just act like it's nothing. I just keep on running. Feel the fear in my stomach. I'm running by faith. I just keep on running. Am I just wasting my time? Cause I got a whole lot of shit on my mind. Am I just wasting my time? Cause I got a whole lot of shit on my mind.
I will say I can appreciate the fact that he's still talking about something in here with the vibe of it. Yeah. This is something like you can just throw this on in the background and just be vibing to it, but still
Honestly,
listening.
it's a lot of things you could do. You could work out to this. You could study to this. You could dance to this. There's a couple of vibes for it, depending on how your brain works, of course. But I like it so far.
I could hear it as even background music in a vlog or something like that. It gives that kind of that kind of vibe.
Whole lot of shit that I could do. Whole lot of music in the studio. Yeah, I got a whole lot of moves and goals to pursue. But I'm thinking about you. Baby, you know I admire your features. I wanna fly on a trip with the visas. We can do that and just go get some pieces. Lost in your eyes like the Mona Lisa.
Somebody harmonizing in the background. Is that you, Vibezik? Is that you hitting the melodies in the background, brother?
I like how it's a love song.
Yeah, love songs. We need more rappers to create love songs nowadays. Everything is like, I hate that girl. She hurt me.
Bruh,
Shake it.
The little dick energy.
Let me throw some money on you.
And it's wild work.
So the fact that you actually are showing some type of appreciation to a young woman out there, yeah, we gotta.
Nice to hear.
Yeah, give some applause for that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I like this. I like that. You would think something smelled foul.
I just got a whiff of just the worst aroma with that one. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting that. I would have been okay with just a cool little vibe out, just, you know what I'm saying. What's the opposite of a crescendo? A decrescendo? I don't know. I don't remember. But I would have been happy with a nice decline in the vibe. But you took it up by 10. I can appreciate.
You talking about the bridge?
No. You know how a crescendo is like you
Yeah,
elevate. Well, I can't think of the opposite of it.
Okay.
Anyway, I can appreciate the fact that you took this up by 10, you know what I'm saying, in the later part of this song, because I was not expecting that. I was expecting to, you know what I'm saying, sit down after this joint. This one's going to make me continue on to dancing, you know what I'm saying?
You get on my last nerve, baby. You get on my nerve.
So we ain't gonna be in a club. We can't be in a club to this.
First of all, your ass don't dance. Your stiff, non-moving ass, looking like a goddamn giraffe, is what you look like.
You didn't have to tell the people this.
You can't dance for shit. I love you though, but you could look crazy as fuck, like the scarecrow out that motherfucker just trying to do shit.
I can't hit the sprinkler.
That's first of all, that's my move, and I do it with eloquence and grace. You ain't never seen the sprinkler hit how I hit that motherfucker. And furthermore, why are you looking at me like that?
What would you rate this song 1 to 10?
I'm gonna give it a solid 8.
I think I can agree with that. Yeah, I'll give it a solid 8. I think I'm gonna go 8.5, only because because the initial sound of it threw me off. I was anticipating raps, braggadocio, bravado, a lot of the stuff that I know that Vibezik is really, really good for. The fact that you gave me like an R&B kind of like pop-ish vibe, I guess, with all respect, I really like that. It's
like Baltimore club music.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gave a very romantic Baltimore club music vibe, which is something nice. I think a lot.
I know. Yeah, I wanted to move the feet a little bit. I couldn't move the feet as much as I wanted to with that one.
Even if you was standing up, I question.
You see, I try to. You know what I'm saying? Dancing is supposed to be an expression of just you naturally. There's no right way to do this. There's no wrong way to do it. So if you want to dance your heart out. And Wonderland by Vibezik is absolutely a song that you can dance your heart out to. See me, I got up and North Carolina. I was about to do it, and I don't dance.
What one doesn't want to do is confuse a seizure with dancing, and I think that
this is a wonderful song. Like I said, I would give this an 8.5. I would absolutely recommend this to all of my friends, my homies. It might go into my my Rolodex of music that I'm listening to on a day-to-day basis. I'm not going to
phenomenal song.
And that's not just based on, you know what I'm saying, a paid advertisement or anything like that. I genuinely like this record.
I'm not getting paid. I'm just here.
But and you're kind of like a hard critic of music in general.
I'm a hard critic of everything.
Well, yes, but especially hip-hop music. You have a very like eclectic taste of the hip-hop that you like to consume.
I do, and that's why I like this, because it's not.
If this came on the CarPlay, would you hit like?
Yeah, if it came on my little thing, I would hit like.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this has been the first episode of New Reviews. My name is Never Underestimate, Build Legacies and Create Constantly. Mm-hmm. Again, this is the Amazing Wit. We'll catch y'all next time. Wonderland by Vibezik, out now on all platforms: Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Pandora. Wherever you find music, you will find this record. I'll holla at you.
Bye.